The hardest part of leaving a narcissistic woman is not the breakup, it's what happens after, especially if you have kids, because this is where things change. This is where the game shifts. And if you are not ready for it, it can destroy you. I'm talking about something called the fatherhood trap. This is where a narcissistic mother uses the children not to protect them, but to control you. And if you don't understand what's happening, you will react emotionally. And that reaction is exactly what she wants. So in this episode, I'm going to break this down very clearly. I'll teach you the patterns that most men miss and how to stay grounded and protect yourself. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Narc Free Man Podcast. The fatherhood trap is simple, but it's powerful. It's when the relationship ends, but the control doesn't. Instead of controlling you directly, she controls access to the kids. And now your role as a father becomes the pressure point, because she knows something. You care about your kids more than anything, and that's what gets used against you. And this is not about parenting, this is about leverage. Again, most men are not prepared for this because as a father, you want to protect your kids and stay present and do the right thing. So when your kids are involved, you feel it deeply. And that's where most men get pulled in. They try to fix everything. They try to defend themselves. And that emotional reaction becomes the trap. Let's talk about the first tactic these female narcs use, which is parental alienation. Now, this is when she starts changing how your kids see you. She might say things like, your dad doesn't care about you. Your dad left us. Your dad is the problem. And slowly, your kids start to question you. Now, this is painful, but you need to understand this is not coming from your kids. This is coming through them. The second tactic a female narc will use is access control. For example, schedule changes, plans will get canceled. Communication with her becomes very difficult, as it is already. And so when you're trying to see your kids and trying to stay involved, everything feels like it's blocked. And that's not random. That's all part of her control. The third tactic she uses is manufactured crisis. For example, suddenly there's some sort of emergency or problem, there's drama, and it always pulls you in emotionally. So now you are reacting, now you're stressed and off balance. And that's the goal, because when you are emotional, you are easier to control. The fourth tactic she'll use is using the legal system. She'll probably use false claims, exaggerations to position herself as the victim and you as the problem. So now you're not just dealing with her, you are dealing with systems. And if you react emotionally here, it can cost you. Now here's the mistake most men make. They fight emotionally. They argue, defend, and try to prove their point. And it backfires, because the more emotional you become, the more it reinforces the narrative against you. And this is not fair, but it is reality. So what do you do instead? You shift your approach. You become calm, clear, and strategic. You control your reactions. You don't react emotionally, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. If you are listening to this podcast right now, you already know what it feels like to be stuck in the cycle, walking on eggshells, explaining yourself, and losing your peace, piece by piece. That's why I wrote my book, How to Lead a Female Narcissist. It's not theory, it's a step-by-step plan to help you break free from the manipulation, rebuild your confidence, and finally walk away with clarity and power. If you are tired of starting over every time she love bombs you back in, this book will show you exactly how to break that bond for good. Go to my website, philipcdugas.com, or just click the link in the show notes below and grab your copy today. Now back to the show. Number 2 is to document everything. You stay grounded in facts, not emotions, because facts win. The third thing you want to do is protect your identity. You do not let her narrative define you. You stay rooted in who you are as a man and father. Number 4 is to play the long game. This is not about winning today. It's about protecting your future with your kids. Here's the deal. Your kids will see, not immediately, but over time, that consistency wins, stability wins, your presence wins. So you don't need to fight your kids. You need to show up for them. Listen, this is one of the hardest things a man can go through, but you are not powerless. You just need to understand the game you are in, because once you see it clearly, you stop reacting and you start moving with intention. If this episode resonates with you, or if you are going through this right now, you don't need to figure this out alone. You need clarity, you need structure, and you need a plan. If you are ready to take your power back, I'll show you how to move forward the right way. And if you know another father going through this, share this with him, because a lot of men are dealing with this, unfortunately, and they don't even understand what's happening yet. So click the link in the show notes below and make sure to reach out to me on Instagram or on Facebook and let me know how I can help your situation. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and stay narc free.